Welcome to Bouqui'S Place. You know what we do here? We don't talk about the glitz or the glam. We talk about the grit and the grind. We bring your favorite people to share their journeys, to share their stories, how they made it when life tried to knock them out and kick them out, how they looked life in the face and said, you, not today. And today I have in the building the multi-talented, the multi-faceted producer, singer, songwriter, Kelly Hansome. So ladies and gentlemen, give Kelly Hansome a Bouqui'S Place welcome. Drum roll. Kelly Hansome.
What Kelly?
What's up, man?
I did. Chilling, man. Man,
Good,
so
good, good.
I came with my notes, everything prepared.
It's so good to have you here, man. It's so good to have you here. We're not going to waste one single second because I know that you have a lot to say. I'm just going to welcome you. Welcome everybody that's joining us. We're not waiting for anybody. We are going straight into it. So let me just brief you what we do at Bouqui'S Place. In a world where everybody's talking about the glitz, the glam, the awards, and the accolades, we don't talk about that. We talk about the necessary tools, the necessary ingredients that you can use to do destiny. And we bring people like you to share your journey when life tried to kick you out and knock you out. And you said, no, I'm going to stand because I was built for more. You know, it's about ordinary people in their ordinary lives doing extraordinary things. So welcome to Bouqui'S Place. You're going to start from the beginning, where you were born, and wherever you flow to, Kelly, we go with you. It's your show. We go with you. So welcome.
Okay, I'll let you drive because I could drive to weird places, so I just let you drive. Okay. So my names are Kelechi Obina, Michael, George, Hans, Orji. So I just put everything together. Like I said, Kelly came from Kelechi, Hansome came from Hans, and that's my dad's name.
Mm-hmm.
I was born on the 18th of January. I'm a Capricorn. I was born in Imo State, Owerri. I studied computer science at Madonna University, and I'm studying cybersecurity right now. I'm a singer, writer, producer, software now. I write code, software engineer or automation engineer, whatever we can call it now. That's it.
All right. Wow. So how was your childhood? Just flow with us. Just tell us your autobiography exactly.
Bouquie, I'm just trying so hard to switch from Hollywood Bouquie to like Bouquie, like let's just because for a long time I've been so conscious like the media, what I say, because they're used to twisting. So maybe
this is Bouqui'S Place, Kelly. Be yourself. Anything where you want, yarn, we got you.
No, I've always been outspoken, but no. So questions, throw the questions, keep them coming. What you want to know?
Okay, tell us about your childhood, how you grew up, and how you transitioned into music and your music journey.
Okay, well, childhood was basically church. I said to go now, church. I'm going to speak a lot of pidgin because I have to relax, like when I'm cool. I'm not in the office. So, childhood was nice because it was a lot like I was exploring. I was always up to something. I was always either I'm building something for the jazz club, or like I'm going to play keyboard for some pastor that today. So they'll come to my home and we please have him on Sunday to play. But childhood was just, either I'm playing keyboard or we're rehearsing with the choral group, or I'm doing. Childhood was fun, So how I got into music, music has always been I started, just hanging around. I mean, my mom made sure we were in the church pretty much. So I just started hanging around people who play the music instrument. I was like, just every time making sure I have instruments, making sure I was just always pretty music scene. So that was it. I started drums, and then from the drums I went to keyboard, and I went to the bass, then I went into vocal training, then I went into using it. And then, but before that I started already dancing, the Michael Jackson thing from being like when I was a kid. Jackson thing, I took it all the way to Madonna. Just a different journey. It's weird. I have my life has like different, like when you talk about school part, it's different. When we talk about like music part, it's different. Just I'm a creative person. I just, you know,
Tell us
child.
how you got into music.
Music, man. I'm my mama now. Church, go
I
to
mean, like professional music.
no, yeah, professional music. Okay, yeah, professional music. I started. Professional music was one day I got a call. From, I respect so much Engineer Bruno. He's the one that's produced like most of the records that are bongo music, like traditional Igbo music. So if you're in Imo State and you listen to music that your parents play, you must know Engineer Bruno. So he called me up. I know Rock Walk, I know Stripe, I know their neighbors. So he called me up and be like, "Can you come?" So I go to the studio like a studio rat most of the time. Like I just because I had this talent. I could play guitar. I could go to the studio to drum for people's session, but I couldn't record. Like, most times the engineer is not there. We can't. I hate something holding ransom. Like I can't do this just because I have to wait. Just like you. Like before you started this program, you had your editing. We talked about the editing. We did it wrong first time. Like just imagine you have to a whole other human being to do this. It's gonna be crazy, So I don't like that. Like everything. And then I just got that call, is come help me record. And then, I was comfortable. It was all night. He wanted to go up and he called me to come help him record. So I was glad that Engineer Bruno was calling me to come and record.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom even said, "Hey, get your food, get everything. You can just go over there." I had my little bicycle, I rode to the studio. So I just to record, just to take voice, just to take, that was it. So I fell in love with the whole process. You have to take the voice save. I started like doing undo and I cut and edit the voices. So I just fell in love with it. It just became like, you're in the studio, it's dark. Before you come out, like the whole day is gone. So I just got into that life. I just got lost with it. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So how did you move to the US and then move back to Nigeria to join the record label? Tell us that journey.
I've always had family in the US. My whole family is out here. So I'm that one that doesn't want to come to the US because we don't want him to come to the US and start having dreadlocks or start doing music. We want him to just be. I had to promise my family I was coming over here to school, all that. So my journey, I was in Nigeria. I just basically did my last promo. The record label laid everybody. They were like, they got better with music. I dropped an album. We sold it, but it was just, Southeast, and we didn't do that much. It was more of like pumping money and everything. And he just got tired of. He just got one of them spending money and all that. So he said, "Okay, everybody, thank you very much. Appreciate all of you. I love you. I have to let everybody go." So everybody, we were on our own. I was doing studio work still because I was an engineer. So everybody went back to their house, but I was still in the studio doing like taking sessions,
Mm-hmm.
for the company. So then I just made this song. I went to Oluminten's house. I never told this story. I went to Oluminten's house when they had this big song, Yakuzi. We're all Ikeja boys. I was in the streets, Ikeja. I did a lot of, at least we see money from Yankee now. Popsy can send money, or uncle can send money, $1,000 or what are you? A lot of money. So we did business on the street, recording, whatever I had to do, like money in the street. If I had to go break somebody's door to get my money, just to double the money to keep it. I just like that life of trying to make something for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Lumenton's house for production. He called us for something. I went over there. So when I came in with my shoe boy and I kept my J's on, he was like, "Man, you got to put your shoe over there. Don't stop at my rug." Like he was kind of like pretty arrogant. Something else. I don't know what's going on. So I was like, man, we nearly like got into it, but I just kept it cool. I said, "Okay, if I have to talk without my shoes, then I have to go out. Then you're gonna have to come outside to talk to me and my." Then he's like, "No, if I'm coming inside." So it was like an ego bound that day with like me and my boys. I was like, "Okay, you know what? I just said to myself, I'm gonna make a song that's bigger than whatever I'm gonna make a song bigger than it."
Mm.
And this was Skills. Skills is still alive today. Skills. This was all SAS. This was Side One is in Maryland right now. This was Double K. This was, all my boys in the streets. They were like, "Man, all the KJ boys, everybody LKT." He was like, "Man, Kelly, chill. It's not like that, So I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna make a song." So I went to studio. I was feeling so bad, like, because I'm not a celebrity. Like I don't produce for all these people. I produce for Blackface. I know where I came from. Like I produce for people because of who they are and if I believe in their music. Like it takes a lot for me to do a beat, you know. So I felt bad. I went in the studio. I was working for Benjamin G. There. There's some Benny guy on the studio on Allen Avenue. So I was working for 3 studios, Mike Records. You know, while I was working for Mike Records, I knew these other people. So when he got ready to back up, I already had jobs everywhere. I was going to different studios to work. So I went to Benjamin G's studio. I made this song. I don't pay the money. All Jesus colleagues. I think I got a song. So let me hear the beat. I played the beat for him. He's like, this is just like every other regular beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so that morning after meeting him, we went out. I came back, and funny enough, I just wrote this Maga Don't Pay sitting in a freaking restroom. Maga Don't Pay, shout hallelujah, don't pay. Then I started judging myself. Then right there and then I'm like, so if people ask you Maga Don't Pay, because everybody big boys that they come around, they do this thing. G, what's G? We don't know what's in G. We do these things of big boys. They're like, so I'm looking at the thing. This is a lucrative business. What are they be doing to get money as long as it's legit? I don't see nobody pulling them. So we didn't know nothing. Like, you know, they have offshore accounts. They have CC numbers. What is CC numbers? It's credit card, the number on the bank card. I'm like, okay. You know, so I just made a song with general terms. And then, you know, at the end of the day, it just became the biggest, you know, anthem. You know, and that was it. That's just it. Nothing else. Nothing happened. Then I promoted in Nigeria, and I went back and prayed. I remember praying, God, if music is my thing, you have to bring me back because I've done everything I can do over here. So once I go back, I know that I'm going to do music. So I went back to America. So 6 months going to America, I got a call from somebody, DJ Addicts. What's Addicts? Talking 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 7 months. What's up? Talk to somebody. Get the phone. Somebody. Who's that? Baba Keke. Is this Kelly? Yeah, your song is thrilling us here. We just came from Nigerian promoters, Nigerian Music Awards, and what's the Nigerian Music of NBA, Nigerian Entertainment Awards. Imo State, the hosted it then, blah blah, and everybody was going crazy. They played your song over 20 times, blah blah. Like, you know, when are you coming to Nigeria? Like, I'm not. I don't think. Like, okay, in the morning we'll talk. So in the morning, I thought it was a joke. I called Alex back. I said, "Who's that?" He said, "You know who you talk to? That's Kenny's music, Keke Baba Kendi." I just woke up. So from then, I was awake in sleep. So I kept calling Alex, kept calling. We were playing. We kept talking. We went home. We talked. So we pretty close. We talked while he was strolling from the club to his house. It was like, what's going to happen? So we prepared. What are we going to say? Everything. So he told me, you know, this is the big thing. They want this. So we talked. At the end of the day, they said they were coming over here. I said it's going to be pretty difficult for me to come to Nigeria because they don't let me. You know, so I don't have reason to come to Nigeria basically, because this is me coming back to America. My parents looking at me like, you failed in the music thing that you did. You've been wasting time. This is you coming over here to focus and be somebody for yourself. So you can be like taking having music in your head because I'm a first son. So that's what we felt. You know? So he came to LA. I flew on what was that flight? That flight that when they put you on a flight. If somebody makes it, then you're gonna be there with.
You were like standby.
That's the flight I flew. That's the flight I flew to LA. So we did everything. You know, it was like, oh, you want money? I don't want money. I don't. It's not. I don't. We're not. It wasn't about money. Let's just get this song out. Because for me, I'm like, I wrap this up. I give it to you. Go do what you got to do. I'm over here. They're telling me this stuff is big, it's banging, and you know that we have to come over here to make sure that. Yeah, but you know, now I'm in America. It's not like I don't have no Nigerian mentality no more. I'm out here, so I'm chilling. I know I can go to work, come back, get my paycheck. So it's not like anybody. No, I'm not, because I've been there trying to do that. Put that time in Nigeria. It's not yielding money as much as the time I'm putting in and how talented I am. You know. So they said, okay, no problem. When you come to Nigeria, you prove it. So it was like kind of a little bit of a Vincent thing. Then I brought my ticket. We did interviews, and I heard the people jumping like, Kelly, your song is. I'm like, okay. But before then, I did the promotions. It was already jumping in Nigeria, but it was jumping in the Southeast, Alaba. It was just. So I'm like, where is this gonna go? Jumping right now. I need to shoot a video. I don't have time for that. Like, right. Oh, my time, because my visa actually came out. You know, when your visa comes out, you have like 6 months or 3 months or so before you. So it was almost looked like you don't want to. You know, so I just wanted to put in that last one. I went over. So when I came back at the airport, I had all these people waiting for me, and you know, but Keke was like, "I told you." You know, it was like, I'm like, okay, it was interview already lined up. Okay, I'm like, okay, so this is it. That's what it's supposed to be. You know. So, but then we had a little issues. I'm in America. You know what it is over here. Everybody drives here. Everybody, you drive. You have a house where you live. So hey, if we're walking as an artist somewhere where I'm going to stay at, X, Y, Z on the agreement. I don't want to talk about all that. I need the whip. I need everything. Like, this is regular shit. So, but I wasn't seeing that. Everything, days passed and I wasn't seeing that. So I came back to Dallas. And I'm like, this is how I move. If I tell you stuff, you don't listen. I'm going to let you do what you want to do. But once I move, I won't say nothing to you. You're just going to see the action. So I told him I wasn't. So I got an information. Somebody paid money for me to come perform at the Glow. That was the first edition of the Glow Basketball Glow Laughter Fest, something like that. So you know how people. We know how much was paid, through people. These people come to America, they chill with me. They say, hey, Kelly, where the girls at? We're all happy out here. So when you go to Nigeria, they call me. They don't look at you like regular Nigerian. No, they can call you because, like, when you're out here, you can take care of me. So we know how much was paid. Kelly, you should be okay. But, sir, no, that's not how much I'm getting. On my own, I know this is the amount I'm getting. So, all those things. I went to the show. I didn't perform. And they told me that, that somebody, they reported to them that I was not around, I wasn't going to make it, and that I already came to the office and collected my money and left, and nobody saw me. It was a hip TV. Hip TV was saying, okay, and the thing, then the people I was calling to try to help me talk to Baba and all that, you just talk to Ayo and you talk to these people, and then you see on Hip TV, Kenny's music boss looking for Kelly. If anybody has information about him, they should let us know. If anybody has information about me, this is me. I've been trying to go to the house, trying to talk to everybody. I'm trying to get my clothes out, trying to get my shoes out. J1 moved into the new room. I've been trying. So it's like, cool, just overthrow you. And I'm like, okay, fine. What happened is that you had your Kenny's Music Easter Fiesta, but we had issues. If I'm in Nigeria, I need money to work. So if we have agreements and you don't keep to the agreement, and I feel like it's not fair enough, and I feel like you should have had all the time to look into what we were talking about. And when I go back, okay, if they paid you $1 million, for instance, you want to give me 400,000, that's cool. Give me the 400,000, send it to America. Let me use it and shop. Let me shop, get what I'm supposed to use, right? I don't want to come to Nigeria, start sweating, smelling musty, and it to be okay. Yeah. So this is real life. Let's talk about it. So they didn't want to do that. So because
wait, Kelly, you were, when your song was a hit, #1 everywhere in Nigeria, Africa, you were living in their house?
Yeah. When we came back to, this was the plan was, okay, we come back to Nigeria, definitely you're going to have to stay somewhere like a company lounge. But after some time, you get to move you to your own house, which is regular. Like right now, just think about it, it's regular. So that's wickedness. You can't get me a house to stay. Like, you can't get a house, like a 3-bedroom for your man to stay. Or if I'm going there, some driver has to take me, as old as I am, to make sure to know where I'm staying. You want to know everything I'm doing. You want to know every damn thing. So I don't have a problem with anybody trying to know that, but I have a right to my privacy. At least I comply with everything I talked about. So comply, do your own part. Don't feel like, oh, this is fame. If I throw fame around him and he see the way everybody's buzzing, he's not gonna want to say no. He's not gonna want to come back. No, I'm not thinking like that at that point. I'm thinking like, no. If music, I already said when I left America, I didn't want to come to America because it's like music. You know how I was deep into this stuff. Like, you've been in the streets, you see people blow up, you drop your song, it's blowing up now. They want you to come. So it's like when the song was coming up, I did the promotions, dropped all the money I thought I had to leave. So the fruit of my labor is this blowing up. So me, I just felt like if you're not, I lost a lot of patience. Like, if you're not talking I don't want to deal. I had offers from marketers that was saying, then when they would sell your master tape and all, they wanted to pay me. I didn't want to sell, but they wanted to pay me a particular amount, about 15 to 20 million, just for 3-4 years, have the masters to be able to sell, because the song was So at the same time, they were negotiating. So I looked at them like, these are the people that got the industry going on. So these are the people that I'm supposed to talk to. So they played me because of that. They you know what I'm saying? It's like, you took advantage of me. Play me because of that. Okay, now, since I don't pay me now, I've not made money. I just now recently just put it on iTunes and iCloud and all that. Wait.
So What kind of agreement did you sign with them?
A regular agreement. It's not from the agreement. When you sign an agreement with people in Nigeria, the executives, they're going to pay you money. They're going to pay you money. It's not about an agreement. Showore was arrested. They gave him a charge, but the people that are doing worse things that he's doing, they don't get that same charge, you know. So it's not like, you know, if you offend a particular set of people who feel that this is theirs, I mean, they're playing God. If you offend them, even if you're right or wrong, they're just going to make sure the story ends up, you know. So, and it was sad then, you know. Imagine me now coming from here, not knowing anything. Lagos, as big as it is, the godfathers of Lagos, how you say the Illuminati here. I'm having an issue with them. We're running up and down. I go to the media. We talk. Sometimes I have a luck. I'm lucky to air the interview. And some other times I go for the interview. Then I do the interview. It doesn't end up being aired. Some other, like, it's just a whole lot. And these interviews is interviews where now I'm writing back and forth with the lawyer. You know, we're going back and forth with the lawyers, writing all of that. And every time my lawyers write, if you write with regular lawyers, they don't reply. You have to write with like a sign. Somebody.
Wait, what was the conflict about? What were you trying to resolve?
Maga don't pay is popping. You don't want a house and a car and or whatever. We're not going to give it to you. You went. You didn't come. Easter Fiesta, and everybody was. I was supposed to be the headliner, but I didn't show up because you didn't send me no money, and you can't bully me to come here for you send me money. We have a long-term business, so why do you have a problem with sending me money so I can be okay with myself? I can come back to Nigeria and still start living in the promises that we've been living in before for the second.
Did they say that you should buy your ticket and everything yourself?
No, my ticket was bought. My ticket was bought. It was a return. That's not
okay.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. But you buy me a ticket. Ticket is not luxury. It's travel. It's sitting up in the air. It's like how many hours of you having that chance for the aircraft to go wrong, for you to crash up from over there. That's what the ticket is. So when Nigerians say, "Oh, because I bought the ticket 400,000," yes, what? That's cool. That's what the business is, right? That's what the business is. You didn't give me the 400,000 to go to Mama Put and sit down there and eat 400,000 to buy meat and shit. It's like it's business. You know what I'm saying? So how is this business make money? Is from the shows that you book me. It's from the things that you book for me, right? Good. Now we've done these videos. You're airing the videos. Now you're telling people to stop the videos. Now this is my song that I did. Promoted the songs for you to hear it, and now you sign me. Now you sign me, and we have issues that we can sit down on the table and discuss. But this is stuff you just don't want to do. So for reasons best known to you, you just feel like this guy is supposed to comply. He's supposed to understand that this is how this is, and you know. And I kept saying it. I kept saying it, but nobody listened. So it's like having to write somebody's name. It's painful, and then nobody shows up. That's what happened. So he got mad. I was mad already. I was younger than now. I didn't give a fuck. You know, be like, okay, you know, we don't care. So what happened? The show didn't hold. Everybody came. I think some of his equipment and everything. You know, Lagos, when they go to show, but it's expecting to see Kelly Hansome. I don't pay. No say, scatter speak, whatever things that happen. So that was the nemesis of all these things. And then the Glow show, I came to the Glow show. You know, there was a showdown at the Glow event where I think they told people that I wasn't around. So I came to the gate. They told me at the gate, and one of my people let me in. And then they say, "Where have you been?" They say, "You're not in the country." I said, "I'm here." So I've been at the gate. They didn't want to let me in. And I came here with my cousins. They're from London. So everybody, when that moved, we're already infuriated at the gate trying to get into the show. Because this is a show that somebody has collected money and I've not collected the money for. And I've been booked for. And I didn't come to the show, but I came to Nigeria regardless. Just to pass the message. You know what I'm saying? That you don't say that, no, you're not going to do this. We don't have an agreement to have it on. You don't, and it's mutual. It's something you can take care of, right? And with long-term business, you can have this done. That means I feel comfortable with it. So if I'm telling you about it and you say, don't worry, this is going to be taken care of. I've come for 6 months. We've seen the boom. Everybody's, it's on. The fire is on. So you can't tell me I can't be come to Nigeria. I come over here driving cars and everything, and I come to Nigeria and I can't drive. I come to Nigeria, I can't stay in my house. Like every time somebody comes in my house, The gate man is employed by you. The cook is employed by you. It is employed by no. I need to be able to eat my own. I need to be able to have my freedom.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to Michael Jackson now? You see, when people like the cook, the doctor, everybody's employed by a record label, like you're the investment. That when they go to slip up on you, you won't know because you didn't employ. They're gonna listen to who employed them, not you. So you're not. They are not your choice. They are record label's choice. So they force things on you, and these things are incurring debt. Or you're enjoying this luxury, always money. So I didn't feel comfortable like being in this record label, incurring more and more debt, and then I'm not getting this money, but the hype is going out and I'm getting money. So if you, who's the investor, you believe you get this money, then why don't you just put some money on what you believe we're gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just put some money on it. I already know that I'm gonna take this, or let me. I don't know. I already know that I'm gonna do something. So why don't I just do the business? We're gonna be here in this deal for 3 years, 5 years. Get your car, and the money you have has nothing to it. You know. And me, I didn't see a car as luxury there. I need to move around. You're something popping. I need to go to the radio station. I need to discuss all that business. And then a whole lot of things happened after then. We got into it in the media. My uncle came. We tried to settle it. I went to the office. We sat down. We talked. We had agreement. Said the problem. Write me an apology. I'm going to post this apology letter. I'm going to hold it so that when you start, because then I could go crazy. When you start acting crazy, because I'm frustrated. Like I have all these songs and the big songs. You're telling me stories. I feel like, what do you mean? So I was crazy. So when you start remembering that, start remembering what's going on, against, I get mad. I'll show him this apology. Like, remember you apologize. That means somebody apologizes. He's sorry for what he has done, right? But before my uncle could fly back to Imo State, the next day it was on NetNG. It was everywhere. Kelly Hansome came to apologize to Kenny's Music. They threw him out. They backed at him. You know, like you just really just spent time to try to make sure you make a freaking show of shame of me while we're trying to negotiate. So now what are you saying? You're saying to my family, you're saying to me, you're saying to everybody, the whole league, you're saying to. So first of all, the lawyer thought, say, since you don't do like this, that means there's going to be a fight. So me, I'm even quitting. The first lawyer first quit on me. Boom. So we don't have a legal advisor. So I'm first of all thinking, now, anybody you get to take on the case while it's hot is going to tell you, before I write a letter, $300, $500 before I write a letter, because the whole thing, before I write one letter, we got to assign 1,700 to 1,000 just to write, and I wrote letters, you know, like try to get those stuff to cool down, but it didn't cool down. So long story short, it looked like a situation of just keeping quiet and letting this guy, you know, just rot and waste his time, right? Writing everybody that you didn't even have right to write because of, you know, trying to get stuff. I know how Nigeria is. Everybody believes in the big people. Oh, I don't want to deal with, I don't want this thing. So that was how I started. So you just really wanted to kill everything that make it wrong for the guy. You didn't even put his song that you want to promote online, right? You just be raw for him all the way. So you just made sure he didn't do nothing until the number of years elapsed, right? Good. Tomorrow somebody will come up and tell me he's one Nigeria. Tomorrow, somebody come, but along the line, other people had issues. J1 had issues, they settled. Other people had issues. So if Kelly was the problem, Kelly is the big problem, right? If Kelly is the problem, why did these other people just not have issues? You know what I'm saying? Why did they not have issues? And what is the problem? How many people have called, ambassadors have called to say, what's the issue? You don't want to talk about it. Did Kelly sleep with you? Did he sleep with your wife? Did he do something bad? Did he divert some money? Did he like do some crazy, tell a lie? Or you know? Till today, nothing. So that's that mafia, that's that Nigeria, like you can't do nothing. And they've groomed us this way. So I'm really very sorry for the industry that we are in now. Because some of us who have record labels, this is that rough way they've groomed us in the industry. That's the rough way, that's the rough tone there's cultism in the industry now. The same industry that we're saying message to people to change and to do that. Somebody might say, oh, Kelly, don't pay. Yeah, Maga don't pay. What should Maga don't pay? Shout hallelujah. Maga don't pay. It has different perspectives. You can look at it generally, you know. But what I'm saying is, right, I've come to that point where I've grown from this stage to see things differently. But these people that have made sure that they you know, it's like they're trying to drag intentionally. How do you do that? Don't you think about these are people's children? Don't you think about this is business? I'm the one who, okay, if I have business with you, if Microsoft has business with me, they're bigger than me. They cannot. If I want you to move ahead, I'm bigger than you. I'll negotiate with you. I'll call each other. We could talk. But if you don't want to do it because you keep, and that's why, my big thing is I've always been asking, is it the Lagos music industry or the Nigerian music industry? I don't know which one it is, because Lagos dictates everything that goes on in entertainment in Nigeria, and that has stopped. Has to stop. We've been trying to do our own to liberate Imo State and the Southeast. We're setting up the DJs and setting up and letting them understand that this pandemic, those Lagos artists you're playing, now you're hungry. The Lagos artist that you're playing in place of the artist that is right there in Imo State, in River State, in Calabar, you're not playing him. You're playing people that are playing the chart on ETV because you watched it. When the hunger comes, go and tell Don Jazzy to send you money. Go and tell those people you're playing it. Yes, go and tell them to send you money. Now everybody's crying money. So now I use that to be able to, I hope they've learned that, okay, now you have to play. Don't neglect the art. I'm playing the ones. Because if you make something, then you can be able to enjoy it. All the artists you're playing, everybody is in Lagos. There's pandemic. DJs are locked up. No money to play. No show. No event. Hunger. So how are we going to do it? Who will you call? Lagos artists will call Lagos artists. Lagos DJ will call Lagos DJ. I mean, Imo State artist does not have to be able to call the Imo State DJ. Everybody's there. Now you now realize that you should have played more of the local content. Because how can one town control everything that goes on in the whole country? And you tell me it's one Nigeria. It's not one Nigeria.
Yeah, but you do know that it's like Hollywood.
It's not like Hollywood. It's not like Hollywood. Hollywood is like a place where it just started from a place where all these people started being comfortable shooting movies. That's how I started. They've been comfortable. They've been comfortable. A lot of historic things around here. That's it. It's good. But this is the thing. Somebody's song, something happens in Lagos. For example, when Don Jazzy paid some amount of money to the DJs Association in Nigeria to stop them from spreading the Igwe, because when they were bringing the beef, they would do their song today. Immediately I hear, or not just okay, before morning, before cockcrow, I do my part. So it was coming fire for fire. On 2 occasions, not just okay, crashed because their server could not carry the traffic. OVA is alive, you can talk about it. So they didn't want that to pay the DJ Association, and they're alive today. If it's a lie, let them, they have been paying people to stop for a long time. It's not, but this one is remarkable because it's an association. They paid it. So the people took the money. A lot of my people call me on the phone, say they don't pay money, say they don't promote you, but I don't collect my own. But my mix with that song now, they start up that flute. They call drop next week. So it was like a fraud, but we knew that there's a culture of some people trying to pay money to stop some people. So where does that leave? This is somebody who's trying to come back up, who was doing his own music, came back. Now, because you don't want to follow these precepts, this bullying, now I'm turning all these people. I'm giving Terry G a chance. I'm giving MI a chance. Matter of fact, he's going to do a song against you. I'm sending all these people to insult you. All of them are turning against you to insult you, so you're nobody. And when I went to the office on one occasion, I was told, you see, your songs are not popping anymore. See, people not even recognize. If it was before, I'd be hailing. Nobody. So you're mocking me directly. Based on the fact that fame should have gone into my head, like I should be. I'm not the type of person that is used to people just hailing me and all that. I'm strong-willed. I can sit around this house on my loft for like 1 year and not go out as long as I'm walking. I don't care about people. If you think that you're going to make people hail me, then because of that I'll make a decision. You're making a mistake. Because I don't want to say I'm an evil man. I want to say I'm sensible. I know I will do what's best for me. So just because someone says something on TV, they're praising you on TV, doesn't mean anything physically. It doesn't mean that's what's in their mind. You know what I mean? So you can't deceive me by making something happen and they tell me you see, and then really inside I'm not happy. No, it's not going to work. I'm going to ask questions. So, and when a record label of that weight comes out to say anybody that does business with Kelly, we're going to do this. Our lawyers haven't worked in a long time. We're going to make this happen. You know what I mean? So,
someone said, you said it's like Hollywood. Let me explain what I meant by that. So I lived in LA. I schooled in LA. I worked in Hollywood for years and years. Whatever happens in LA, in Hollywood, as a matter of fact, it's like, you know how Nollywood is in Suru, Lagos, and now maybe in Lekki, I don't know where it is now, you know, it is actually a location.
Why?
And if, yeah. There is
Why
Hollywood.
Hollywood spread out to all parts of America, or seem
No,
to?
so let me explain. So there is Hollywood, the location, and I lived there for a couple of years. North Hollywood, West Hollywood, East Hollywood, all that. And there is another kind of industry called Hollywood, where they make movies and music and all that. So it's like a thing. Whatever happens there dictates what happens all over the world.
Do you know why?
What?
Because the people who own those platforms that make those things that we think are the things happening are over there. Yeah.
Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
But
these people in Lagos, they
why
are the ones.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if somebody pays somebody money in Lagos Association to stop somebody's song for any reason, Lagos starts actually takes that money and they're trying to enforce it on every other state. You know, don't stop. They say, President say, many don't stop to say that this thing. They don't, you know. So now that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is how this thing works because I've seen it work once on a situation or a case where it shouldn't work that way. So right now, that's why during that pandemic, I gave that 1 million to the DJs in Imo State, and I instructed it to be shared to teach them a lesson. Okay, when the pandemic is over, don't tell me which song are you playing. There's one of my boys in Europe. He sent me $500. He sent just his song. We're doing promo. F2 is there playing there. The man dropped a new CD. You're not even posting it. They don't even post their songs. See, the industry is just a scam.
Everywhere, Kelly. Everywhere.
No, this Nigerian own is
in LA. Let me tell you, in LA.
In LA, people have car notes. At least they're driving the car. They're trying to struggle to pay the $500 or 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 car notes. In Nigeria, people come out, borrow clothes, and just make it to ETV to have interviews and just go back to their bachelor houses. Everybody is trying to be the life now is see, matter of fact, in Nigeria, the truth. In the world, the truth is trying to turn to a conspiracy theory. That's what but in Nigeria, it has already turned into a conspiracy theory. You just saw NDDC. You just saw how much you just saw everything. Let me not say
Kelly, I get what you're saying.
When things are happening, nobody talks about it. Everybody knows palm oil is expensive. Everybody knows Trump is president. But when Kelly Hansome says Trump is the president, why? You don't stop online. Don't come say. But I'm just saying. I'm just stating the obvious. I didn't say this. This is what's happening.
I know, Kelly. What I'm saying, is
we have real musicians. Everybody's real. But all these things are happening. Nobody's talking about it. I've dropped songs. I've sent some songs with choruses to certain people. I don't want to call names. They're not writing their verse, but But they will come out on another interview and talk like something else is going on. And I just feel like doing another video right quick to say, bro, I sent you this and I have a copy of this email. I say you should use this opportunity to do this. You didn't do this. Okay, don't do your own song. I didn't hear any song you dropped from here to here saying this. So what represent? What are we doing? I wouldn't like to sing. I wouldn't like to produce. I wouldn't like to write songs. So what are we doing? This is a different agenda. So you're just following us, but there's another thing. So when it's time to be at the front, some people go back because they're not clean. There's some other thing. What I thought it was all us. We're free. I never chop anybody money. Politicians never give me money. I campaigned for Rochas. Rochas went in there. Immediately they announced them governor. They forgot everything we did and everything. But I was happy still. You know why? Because I didn't work. I worked for Imo State government. I wanted the government to have a leader that would give the youth the kind of attention that Rochas gave me and the youths that were around me, which of course industrials then, the kind of attention it gives to us to let us do stuff that other old people would have been doing. They believed us to do it, and we had to rally around to get Imo State to convey people, students from different places in Imo State to a place near the government house for Rochas to declare his governorship, declare being governor. this was a time when everybody else was gone now. And he stopped us from going to the stadium. You know, so it's like strategic. We were young people did this. Every time the young people have been given is we did it. So I did what I was told to do. They owing me money. Some people went, nobody can come and contract. It got to that point. They even shared land. This is one of the challenges we're talking about. I heard that in Imo State, they shared land in Imo State where up till now in the Southeast, I really haven't, when it comes to, if we bank on status or bank on CV, there's only a very few artists. Has anybody been in the world music? Anybody? Like if we come to status, well, it doesn't mean nothing to me, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like the industry, the media is all fake. It's all like, it's a group of people.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Kelly. Kelly.
Just one. So now Kelly is not popping. Kelly, it don't tell you why I don't hear Kelly's song. And I'm like, bro, it don't tell you where you don't hear Kelly's song for Hip TV. Where you hear song from? Oh, I watch Hip TV a lot. I watch Sound City a lot. It's in your routine. Every day you on Sound City, you watch it. So it's whatever you see on there that's music to you. Do you go to club? And I go to club sometimes Friday. And when I go to club, now the songs where they don't play for sound, they can't play them. Now I say that's my song. So how do you know that, Kelly? It is because Sound City will tell you go to follow me on IG. If Kelly not do interview, because if Kelly do interview, I'm going to say the truth that I'm saying now. But then they're going to try to tell the editor to stop it or not to make it live. It got to a time everybody I want to do a live interview. They say no, you have to record it. You have to record it. What's the how much is the money for interview? Take the money and say no. We have to record the interview so that we can arrange what we want to say.
Kelly, excuse me, Kelly, I want to say something. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I hear you. I'm not arguing with you. But I am saying, though, that even in LA, there are major players that control who's played. And when you offend them, they blacklist you. I have friends that are A-list actors that they blacklisted. They don't get roles. They don't get music jobs. They don't get gigs. So we're saying the same thing. It's an industry.
Okay, that's fine. So now when I say that tomorrow, I'm going to build my own cartel that's going to blacklist some people tomorrow because, okay, let's say tomorrow now, something happens. We have record labels. I sign a couple comedians, sign a couple musicians. This kind of thing happens. Somebody like Whiskey is popping everywhere. I say, if you want to greet me, you have to dobale. One day he comes, doesn't dobale. I say, you can't do nothing. He gets mad. He's on me to take it like a CEO, like maybe he don't smoke or he's high or he's been. I decided to say I'm grinding. In this industry, if there's a situation like that right now, I don't think there's anybody in the entertainment industry that can call me. It's probably like 2-3 people that's there or 5 people that have that credit to call me. And I will even grant them audience, tell me what they want to tell me. I'll tell them what I want to tell them. I don't think anybody. Because when all these people were I talk to different people. I talk to Dele Momodu. They'll go to their brother and they'll come and tell me what their brother said. Sir, I said, settle us. Talk to your brother. Let's see. What did I do? Okay, whatever the thing is. We've apologized. We've done this. How do we move on? Okay, instead of you to try and settle us, just go there and get the message from him and tell me the message he said I should tell you that. But that's not what I told you. If I wanted to know what he said, I'll call him or I'll go to his house. I said you should try and mediate. Just go there and you tell me what he said. If I wanted to get a message, I can call his PA or call somebody. He just went there to tell me what he said. So everybody's running around. It's the same thing we're talking about. So if we're running around, do you want me to be running around, popping and being popular and raving everywhere, everywhere, and I don't own my copyright? So for as long as I try to be stupid and be popping, just like that.
Wait, you don't own your copyright?
That's what I'm telling you. So I'm telling you, I'm making a saying. I'm saying, for as long as it takes for me to be popping and ignore what's happening, and we make songs, you become that great artist, it's still controlled. It's still one stream. If you build on a shallow foundation, even if you have become anything, you just say now that you have a list, right? Now a list.
Yes.
What is the A in your list when one person can just pull a string or talk to one person and you're no longer A-list, you're begging for roles, you're talking to directors, but I can do this, man. You know I can do this, but you're trying to now package yourself inside the Hollywood that you made. The movie that you made that is making you that Hollywood, you don't own the copyright. Sony some music or whoever owns it. So why do you want me to just get in that illusion, just popping out of big cars and I'm on my own, just popping? What am I popping to? Just be popping. Then after the 12 years, when I realized that we were just popping, even that money that they were saying I owe, it would have even been 500. It's like it would have even been like times 10. So then you will not even become a slave. You become a second-hand slave because you're not free. It's not even like you're what. So okay, this slave, see his breast, he says, we can sell him to this person. You're weak. And that's
so Kelly, there's been no resolution. There's been no resolution.
There's been a resolution. Everything is over. The years are expired. We've come to a mutual agreement, but it took so long a time. If an artist, the only way artists make money from record label, once you sign to a record label, you can only make money if you give me the shows. If you're my management, I can't talk to you for my shows. You're gonna bring a show for me. So if they want to sit you down, even if they sign a management deal, sign a deal or sign whatever is not the issue. If somebody wants to sit you down for 10 years, they just got to make you sign a deal and they sit down there and tell you that people are not calling them. Do you know if people are calling them? Now, you're telling me people are not calling you like you're supposed to go and make people call me. Right? Now, if I can't trust you to deliver for 2 years or 1 year, if I can't trust you to fry one egg, why would I trust you to fry egg and beans and cook rice? If I can't trust you to buy suya downstairs, why would I give you car to go and enter bus and go to Harvard University and take lecture and come back? If you cannot just go downstairs and use the car to open the door, you will not go and use the bus. You get lost. If I can't trust you on one thing, I can't trust you on too many things. You know? So those were the things that I regretted. Those were the things those were like years wasted and all that, you know. When I remember those,
you do have your copyright back right now, right?
Yeah, I have my copyright. You see, that my copyright has always belonged to me, but in Nigeria, it doesn't belong to you in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying?
And that's because of what we explained. That major
guy is telling you that's what it is. So
yeah,
the copyright belongs to you, but the people that you're working with are enforcing it like it doesn't belong to you. And the
it's
people
a mafia setting.
like it doesn't belong to you. But at the end of the day, when they are done with you as a person, like leave this guy, okay, we've distracted him enough, everybody's popping. They think say they begin beef me. Maybe I don't know, maybe they begin beef me in real, maybe something, I don't know what the issue was, you know, controversy around me, built controversy around Kelly's bad guy. Because I started Kelly's a bad guy because he's responding to what people are saying in a different way. But to every action, there's an equal and opposite
reaction.
Thank you. So why are we blaming the guy that's talking? And what is he saying? That somebody stole his money and he's been cheated. That's what he's saying. Why are we blaming him? And we're asking, we never see your song now. I didn't be that. So it's just the situation like we're glorifying the people who are. So the system is messed up. So that's why I left that system. Because whatever I get from that system, people say, you know what I'm going on. Anything where they collect from somebody, they look as they steal back. It must enter for side or mouth. You don't go anywhere because you're in a plan. It's only that plan that they have for you that can work. If they're going this way and you want to go this way, it cannot work. You'll be kicked out. So I'm finding somebody that will go this way. Even if the person is singing, no, whatever, they will put the person there. I'm telling you the truth. So I'm in that zone where that's why I branch off into IT. I do my music now. I put it off on iTunes. You know, I don't play a lot of concerts because it's like microphone. Oh, let's bring it to Maryland. Let's bring it to and sing for us. No, I'm tired of that. I want to do live band. Play. Like I want a real live band. So music, the taste is big. You don't have that requirement. Like I don't feel like I should play for you, except I know you. Like Bouqui'S having a birthday, we're going to sing. That's different. I'm not expecting anything, but if you want for a show, you can't be making like a month on the side. No, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Remember that when Michael Jackson said that he was going to break away from his record label because he owned, like, we know what went down. We're not calling names or anything. So it is unfortunate, but it is existing in every field. Listen, accounting,
what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? somebody
Exactly what I'm asking you now. What are we doing about it?
NDDC leaders, they say the contract was given to all these people, which we, of course, I know is true. Now he's coming back to issue a statement and say he said it openly. Now he's not even there to say it. See, no respect for the rule of law. He's issued a letter for him to say, okay, he's saying that he has refused, or because they know nothing's going to happen. They're going to read it, and the papers are going to carry that that's what they read, and that's going to be the. So what? It's the same thing.
You know what they say? They say when they make you, they can break you. That's what they say.
That's why I don't want nobody to make me. I'm trying to make myself. You know, I'm proud of myself. Like I have a software company right now. I've built Ugly Beats was a production company. I still produce and write songs for people. That song I wrote was for Two-Face for a movie series having the North about the whole displaced victim. You know, I've just been doing my own. I got a call from Columbia Records and they gave me a tour, you know, talking about me writing songs for some of the Afrobeat artists they have, which includes Wizkid and Davido. You know, but I'm thinking about the contrast because you got to because ever since this contract, I want to put a pen to any paper. Like I think about it like 500 times. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
Yeah.
so many contracts. I've seen so many lawyers right now that, you know, I'm working on an agency where if any artist is about to be signed, just drop your contract and pay us. We'll look at your contract. I'll tell you the truth. If you want to go ahead and sign it. You don't want to go ahead and sign it, do what you can. But I need to let you work. Because sometimes we don't understand what we're doing.
Okay. Tell us about the bright side then. Tell us about what you're doing now, because those are things that have existed since Charlie Chaplin and will exist. So tell us what you're doing now.
So now I'm an automation engineer right now. I'm just bagging as many certifications as I can. You know, I work at NCR, the NCR to make the ATM machines, and Nigeria uses NCR. You know, Aloha, we implemented a lot of systems. I'm an automation engineer. Like I write codes. I have a software company. It's called a Soft Company. I have a HR system. We're currently working on the facial recognition implementation for employees to be able to clock in and out with their face, so that to make sure that these are actually the people who are working for us. And I just had my first premium customer. One customer paid $5,000 just to use my software, to be able to use like 80 of their employees to be able to clock in, clock out, get their paycheck, sign their leave, everything, all that. You see, just one person buy one subscription on the software and it's 5,000. How many artists or how many promoters now, look, how many artists now can say, okay, a promoter is calling you, bring you to Dallas or anywhere, I can pay 2, 3, 4, 5,000, bring you to own the show, to bring you in the city, because that's the system, right? But now I can pay money to bring an artist. So this guy's coming, let me buy the Maryland one, let me buy this show. Like you buy a show all because you have businesses, people produce, like you have things that you're doing, you're working again a regular job, you know, in a city where they're paying, IT pays money. You know what I'm talking about. So right now I'm able to fund music, I'm able to take care of whatever thing I'm doing, I'm able to like help other people, I'm able to do what I'm doing. I'm funding music with IT money.
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm working from people with my own company. Working on so much technologies. I have SaaS company. I'm working on the social media. I discussed it with you. We're working on the social media where people are not just on, because what's distracting us all is the information we get. What if we have Facebook? What if we have social media? If Facebook shuts down, WhatsApp shut down, they don't owe us nothing. We don't have nothing of our own. What if we look at the kind of the people who own these companies before we subscribe to their social media, their business? What if we looked at who before we subscribe? What if I had a Facebook that would like just edify us, put that positive things around us? You know, not to be too religious, but like, you know, have your daily Bible scripture. You know that the next person is not going to use a foul language. It's like a nice community where everybody's there, and you get addicted to that nice community. It becomes a new normal instead of what if, you know? So we need to start patronizing black businesses. We need to start patronizing, looking at our brothers. The way we get on Facebook, get on Instagram, we need to get on those platforms that are built by these local people. China doesn't have no Facebook. Everything they have is built by people that are in China. Any business they have is built by people in China. But we're using their Amazon. But where's Nigeria's own Amazon? We have Gigi, Jumia. We do have it. It shows that it's working.
Yes.
People are in business because So there are other software developers. Okay, just imagine that all the students in Nigeria.
Kelly, we have 1 minute more.
Okay, you know,
I have a very important question. If you were to have a do-over, if you were to do it all over again, the music part, what would you do and what would you not have done?
To be very honest, I'll do a whole lot of things different, but I can't sit here and tell you what I will do or what I would not have done, because I definitely will go out, because you know a lot of things that the whole thing. What this taught me is you could be right, but you could still lose the case because of your presentation. You know, the problem that I had was I didn't know how to talk, and I have a book that I wrote how to talk. Out of that, you're right, but you come in and you're angry. Your anger, right, is how you present yourself. But if you're scattering the table because you know you're already right, they're gonna say we're not gonna have the meeting because you're hitting your hand on the table, you're violent. We're not gonna talk about the main issue. Who's right could be wrong because you have to have an opportunity to be right. So that was the issue. So that's my lesson.
Wow.
Both things, you know. So
we believe in self-development and self-improvement. Kelly, we have like 20 seconds left. Thank you so much for coming to Bouqui'S Place. And we wish you all the very best. Tell us where we can find this software, your site. Where can we locate you?
Softwork.com. Softwork is XOFT work. XOFT softwork.com. You know, it's softwork.com.
All right.
Blogspot. So thank you, Bouquet.
Kelly, you know I love you, man. God bless you so much. We'll continue the conversation.
Thank you, everybody that tuned in.
All right. See you guys on Monday with Pastor Godman. Thank you, Kelly. Love you very much. And have a great weekend, everybody. See ya. Peace.